Power Rangers Reignition Season 2 is just around the corner. They're going to be released in July. But we got something interesting from Brazil, as you've been seeing on the screen, Power Rangers XL Rangers. Now, Brazil are always showing off the Black Ranger, the Red Ranger, and the Blue Ranger. It's very interesting to see that they're getting 3 out of the 6 Rangers, well, at least up for pre-order. This is coming from PB Kids Brazil, and I gotta say, even though they're the 8-inch figures, I don't think they're the 8-inch figures that we are going to be getting here in America. I think this is probably exclusive to Brazil, and we'll see if it actually is or isn't, because the one we saw at New York Toy Fair this year was in this triangle box, not this cardboard box that you get a kid's toy out of. The 8-inch figures over here are supposed to be for the collectors that had them as kids that are missing like 1 or 2 and have something that's very similar or exactly similar to what they had from Bandai. So even though these ain't in triangle boxes, I'm really hoping these are not what we're getting, because the ones that we saw on New York Toy Fair were much, much more detailed than this in the belt buckle to the correct, Bandai years. This is not the correct Bandai year formation of these 8-inch figures. Now, by saying that, I do like that the morpher on the belt is traditional and not the big red chunky thing that we got from Bandai. And of course, they're really using pins instead of screws now in the arm joints and in the shoulder joints. So this is going to be a fantastic action figure to actually use to play with your kids and have fun playing Power Rangers. Now all we need is like an 8-inch Goldar to go along with this. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, I thought this was kind of cool to see. I'm not, like I said, 100% sure this is what we're going to get in America for our 8 inches. Like I said, they're supposed to be in the triangle boxes. So take this as a grain of salt. This might be just a Brazil exclusive version. But the other thing that we need to talk about is something really big and beautiful, and that is the return figure from FigZero. And this figure is just amazing looking. If you haven't read Amy Jo Johnson's The Return, I would say go read it, because the storyline for Jason in that is very unique. And I'm not going to spoil it because, I don't want to be going, well, D.T.V, you ruined it for me. I like the character. I want to buy the action figure, but I don't want to be ruined the storyline. So anyways, as you've been seeing me flipping through these photos, that, they look fantastic. I love the detail work that FigZero does. I just wish they were a little more cheaper, because FigZero's pricing is $179 for this Red Ranger. Is it worth it? 100%. I think this is 100% worth all the money for that. But the average day person like me at the moment isn't going to afford $179 for an action figure. Maybe for like a 6-pack or something. Yeah, that's more reasonable in my opinion. But, I get it. This is an exclusive Power Ranger just to FigZero. We're not getting this from Playmates. We're not getting this from Hasbro per se, even though it's a Hasbro-made character as well, because it's Power Rangers, well, licensed by Hasbro. But other than that, I think this character looks fantastic. They hit all the detail work. There are some customizations to the suit that wasn't in the actual, comic book, but it still looks nice. It looks great, and I think it's awesome that you can actually take everything off the FigZero character as well to make him the typical Red Ranger. At least that's what it looks like to me. So you would have a secondary Red Ranger suit that's not common to the original Power Ranger lineup. But they do show a picture here that shows all, 6 Rangers. Well, actually, it's only 5. I don't know what happened to the Yellow Ranger, but hey, discrimination not allowed in my house. So anyways, that's just a stupid joke. So I just forget about that. But yeah, these FigZero characters, I always love FigZero. They're just too expensive for me to actually buy. But if I could afford them, I'd be buying these just to have, not because I want to do a full Power Ranger collection. It's just never going to happen, because you're not going to have the Moon Palace characters. You're just going to have the FigZero characters. I think they made a Putty Patroller at one point, but that was as far as they went. They never made a Rita or anything else. But yeah, this Power Rangers, the return figure, 1/6 scale Jason action figure. There's 2 different versions. There's the exclusive version where all the weapons are metallic silver. I don't know if I have the picture between the 2, but the other ones are just kind of dull. So you got a metallic silver version, and then you just got the standard, dull version. So if you want that exclusive version, go to FigZero.com and you can order it off at FigZero, I believe. Yes, you can. So it's the same price. I'm pretty sure. Let me go double check. Yeah, it's the same price, $179, no matter if you do the exclusive one or non-exclusive one. It's still $179. So do you want the sword painted silver or do you want it chrome? So your choice. It's still going to be the same price no matter what. I do like the character. Like I said, I love the story of the return from Amy Jo Johnson. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's a great one. But anyways, guys, this is just kind of a short little nothingness video. I just want to bring this up to your attention that they got a few new Power Rangers stuff up in the works, and July's coming around the corner, and we're gonna have more and more news about Power Rangers. You know, the ignition, because July is when everything hits. The Thunder Zords, the new flip heads, you know, and much, much more. So I'm excited to get all the new Power Rangers Ignition line stuff. That is from Playmates, not from FigZero, because FigZero is too expensive, and I know it's not the Ignition, it's the return. But I'm rambling on again. I'm good at doing this when I'm talking about Power Rangers stuff. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time. Peace.